Welcome, dear Gemini. August 22nd, 2026 brings a meaningful shift into your life, especially in the areas of personal growth, communication, relationships, career, and finances. Something that has been developing quietly may finally begin to reveal its true direction. You have been thinking, questioning, analyzing, and perhaps even changing your mind about certain situations, but today brings a stronger sense of clarity. The universe is encouraging you to stop worrying about every possible outcome and start trusting your ability to adapt. Gemini, you are naturally curious, intelligent, and quick to recognize opportunities. But sometimes your mind moves so quickly that you begin imagining problems before they actually exist. On August 22nd, your greatest challenge may be separating intuition from unnecessary overthinking. Not every delay is a rejection, and not every silence means something negative. Some situations simply need more time before their meaning becomes clear. You may receive information today that changes the way you look at something important. It could be a message, a conversation, an invitation, or even a small detail that suddenly connects several pieces of a situation. Pay attention to what people say, but also pay attention to what they do. Your ability to notice contradictions will be especially strong. Your career energy is moving toward progress. If you have been working hard without receiving the recognition you expected, things can gradually begin to change. Someone may notice your communication skills, creativity, problem-solving ability, or the way you handle pressure. A responsibility that initially seems demanding could actually become an opportunity to demonstrate what you are capable of. Do not underestimate yourself simply because you are still learning. You do not need to know everything before taking the next step. Sometimes experience comes only after you allow yourself to begin. If you are considering a new project, business idea, job opportunity, or professional change, August 22nd encourages careful exploration rather than impulsive action. Gather information, compare your options, and then make your decision. Your natural flexibility is an advantage, but having too many options can sometimes prevent you from choosing one direction. Financially, Gemini, this is a day to become more conscious of where your money is going. You may notice an expense that has been quietly increasing or recognize that a financial habit needs to change. This does not mean that something negative is coming. Instead, it is an opportunity to become more organized. A new source of income could also begin developing through your skills, communication, creativity, or connections with other people. Something you already know how to do may have greater value than you realize. Do not be afraid to explore ways of turning your knowledge into something productive. At the same time, avoid making financial decisions simply because you feel excited in the moment. Your future self will thank you for thinking beyond immediate satisfaction. A small amount of discipline today can create much greater freedom later. In love, August 22nd brings an important message about communication. You may finally be ready to say something you have been keeping inside, or someone may reveal feelings that you did not fully understand before. If you are in a relationship, honest conversation can bring you closer. There may have been moments when one of you misunderstood the other's intentions. Instead of assuming, ask. Instead of reacting immediately, listen. A simple conversation could resolve something that has been creating unnecessary emotional distance. Your relationship may also enter a more mature stage. You could begin discussing plans for the future, shared goals, responsibilities, or something that requires greater trust. The important thing is not to pressure each other. Give the relationship room to grow naturally. If you are single, your romantic energy is becoming more selective. You may still enjoy attention and exciting conversations, but you are beginning to realize that attraction alone is not enough. You want someone who can communicate honestly, respect your individuality, and keep their promises. A new connection could appear through communication, social activity, work, study, or mutual acquaintances. It may begin with an ordinary conversation and gradually become more meaningful. Do not dismiss someone simply because the connection does not begin dramatically. Sometimes the most genuine relationships develop slowly. Someone from your past could also cross your mind. You may wonder whether that chapter truly ended or whether something remains unresolved. Before reopening the door, remember why it closed in the first place. If a person returns, look for real change rather than beautiful words. Your family life may also require a little more patience. A relative could be dealing with something they have not explained clearly, and you may find yourself trying to understand what is really happening. Your communication skills can help, but do not turn yourself into the person responsible for solving everyone's problems. There is a difference between supporting your family and carrying every emotional burden yourself. You are allowed to have your own needs. You are allowed to step back when you need peace. And you are allowed to say no without feeling guilty. August 22nd also encourages you to pay attention to your mental and physical balance. Your mind may be extremely active, especially if you have several responsibilities at the same time. Give yourself moments without constant stimulation. Rest is not wasted time. If you experience persistent or concerning health symptoms, take them seriously and speak with an appropriate healthcare professional rather than relying on astrology alone. Your well-being deserves real attention. At work, organization will be one of your greatest advantages. You may have many ideas competing for your attention, but not all of them need to be handled today. Choose your priorities carefully. Complete the most important task first, then move to the next. You may also discover that delegating or asking for help does not make you weaker. In fact, knowing when to cooperate can make you more effective. Your greatest results may come through collaboration rather than trying to manage everything alone. If you are studying, August 22nd is favorable for creating a clear plan. Instead of trying to memorize everything at once, divide your work into manageable sections. Your natural curiosity can help you learn quickly, but consistency will determine how much you actually retain. Your lucky numbers for August 22nd are 3 and 21. If these numbers appear naturally during your day, use them as symbolic reminders to stay alert and confident. Your supportive color is bright yellow, representing clarity, communication, optimism, and mental energy. Your social life may become more active as well. An invitation, message, meeting, or unexpected conversation could introduce you to someone interesting or reconnect you with someone you have not spoken to for a while. Be open, but remain selective about who receives your time and attention. There is also a strong message about your personal confidence. You may have spent too much time wondering whether other people understand your value. Gemini, you do not need universal approval. The right people will appreciate your intelligence, humor, creativity, and ability to see possibilities that others overlook. Your compatibility energy today is especially favorable with Libra, Aquarius, and Aries. Libra can match your love of communication and help create balance. Aquarius can stimulate your imagination and encourage new ideas. Aries can bring energy, courage, and movement into your life. But remember that astrology offers possibilities, not guarantees. Healthy relationships depend on respect, honesty, communication, and consistent actions. The deeper message of August 22nd is about choosing clarity over confusion. You may have spent enough time analyzing what someone meant, wondering what could happen, or imagining different outcomes. Now it is time to look at what is actually happening. If someone wants to be in your life, their actions will eventually show it. If an opportunity is right for you, it will become clearer through practical details. If something repeatedly creates confusion, stress, and uncertainty, that is also information. You are entering a period where your choices matter more than your doubts. Do not be afraid to change your mind when new information appears. Changing direction does not mean you failed. It means you learned something. Your flexibility is one of your greatest strengths, and August 22nd reminds you to use it wisely. A situation that recently felt complicated may begin becoming simpler. A conversation may finally happen. A financial concern may become more manageable. A professional opportunity may appear. A relationship may become clearer. Or you may simply realize that you no longer need the answer you were desperately searching for. That realization can be just as powerful as any external event. Gemini, your next chapter does not need to begin with a dramatic transformation. It can begin with one honest conversation, one organized decision, one boundary, one new idea, or one moment when you finally decide to stop doubting yourself. You have already adapted to situations that once seemed impossible. You have learned how to start again. You have learned how to communicate, observe, adjust, and continue moving forward. Now use everything you have learned. If this reading resonates with you, take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you can continue receiving your daily horoscope messages. Remember, astrology can provide reflection and guidance, but your decisions ultimately belong to you. Dear Gemini, August 22nd is not asking you to have every answer. It is asking you to trust your ability to find the answer when the time comes. Keep your mind open, but keep your standards strong. Speak honestly, listen carefully, and do not allow temporary uncertainty to make you question your entire future. Something is shifting. You may not be able to see the complete picture yet, but the pieces are beginning to move into place. Your story is still unfolding, Gemini. The next chapter may bring more clarity, stronger connections, better decisions, and opportunities that challenge you to see yourself in a completely new way. Stay curious, stay grounded, keep moving forward, and remember that sometimes the path becomes clear only after you take the first step.